I want y'all to sit back and relax as I unpack. Because it's no longer just Sony and Nintendo, it's the whole gaming industry that's on crack. This is defense mode, switching to attack mode, and when the hell did the video game industry become a luxury business? When the hell did the video game industry become a luxury business where only the people with money and I guess the super rich could afford it? You know? Like it's a freaking Cadillac or something. The video game industry is supposed to be for kids. It started off just being only for kids. And then as the kids got older and became adults, and they're still into it. Now, maybe not as much as they were when the kids that had much free time, but they were still into it. The kids got into it. You know, video games, now everyone's into it. But yet the video game industry seems desperate to try to make it a luxury business now. They're just gonna keep endlessly raising the price. Like, I think the gaming industry forgot that there was a crash at one point. And then Nintendo themselves, the one causing the second crash now, they were the reason why they saved the gaming industry with the NES. When the video game industry crashed the first time. I guess the whole gaming is not just, it used to be, Sony gets the big head, and then Xbox has to, do the right thing and humble them. Then it switches over. Xbox is the big head with Xbox One, and then Sony's one that humbles them when they were trying to do the whole you can't trade games thing. And Nintendo got humbled when the Wii U, and then they came back with the Switch. Now it seems the whole gaming industry, all three companies are on the same page. Like, yeah, we're all gonna be greedy pieces of shit. All of us. All hand in hand. Like, and I guess we're just supposed to accept it, right? We all have a breaking point, right? And it's not like the economy is great. It's not like we have a booming economy where freaking rent is at its lowest, groceries at its lowest, and the gap between how much we get paid and the rent we pay and all this stuff has never been greater, and the Americans have never been richer, and people around the world just have more money in their pocket than they did, 100 years ago. It's like, nah, economy sucks. Everyone's penny pinching. Everyone's here struggling, and we all pick our hobbies. The freaking movie industry isn't doing too hot with Hollywood fumbling the way it is. The music industry has been dead. Surprised it's still around. And now the gaming industry is next because they figured they have the big heads and they go, oh, people are always going to be gaming. Not really. You guys forgot that emulation exists. And emulation, when I was a kid, emulation, only for like the 16 and 32-bit era were good. But then any of the 3D emulators sucked. But that was like, 20 years ago? When I was it 2025? Yeah, they're talking about 15 years ago, 12 years ago. But since then, emulators are great now. And the Steam Deck exists and PC gaming. I'm officially a card-carrying member of the PC masturbate race. I used to hate you motherfuckers. I used to hate the PC masturbate race. But now I'm officially a member. I got my Steam Deck. I can emulate all my games from my childhood. I can pretty much emulate games from my childhood and play games I never played before, and that can last me the next 10 years. And on top of that, I got a whole back catalog of PS5 games and Nintendo Switch games that I haven't beaten. That could take me another few years to play. Because the way my schedule is, I'm not a kid with all the free time in the world. I'm an adult that goes to work, and when I go home, I may have a few hours to play, but then I get tired. I want to go to sleep so I can wake up ready for the next day at work. I'm a little bit just like the rest of you. And then when I have my days off, I'll pick one game out of my huge giant catalog to freaking play for a little bit. And I won't even get any close to beating it because I love playing RPGs, and RPGs, as you know, takes forever to beat, especially the old school ones. We have to level grind for every little freaking thing. So I can spend a whole month, every 2 days I have off during the whole month trying to beat Legend of Legaia, and I still don't be any close to beating it. Okay, that's a lie. I'd be close to beating it, but I'm still playing. That's one game. One measly game out of a huge, humongous catalog of games I have to beat. And that's just on the emulation side. Take away the emulation side, the games I have for the Switch 1 and the PlayStation 5/4 is endless. And now endless is an exaggeration, but I have a huge catalog, man. And I still have a few games I want to buy just to get, like Spider-Man 2. I still want to get that. I still want to get Fire Emblem Engage, but I want to beat certain games before I get to that. But basically what I'm saying is you, me, and the rest of us, and then the new generation growing up, they're not into console gaming like us or even PC gaming. They'll play their games on their freaking phone, like Roblox or something like that, Minecraft before that. These kids grow up, the kids these days are not begging mom and dad for a freaking PS5 or Nintendo Switch 2 or Steam Deck. They're not begging for any of this stuff. They're not begging them for any of these freaking consoles and then begging you to spend 80 to 90 bucks a game. They're not. When I was a kid, we had consoles, but we'll get like one game a year on my birthday. And then every other game we'd have to freaking go to the used store section and find some used game that came out 2 or 3 years ago that's on sale for like 10 bucks or 8 bucks used. That's how I'd get my game. One of the brand new game, I got it freaking once a year, if I'm lucky. Kids are not even doing that these days. They have their phones, they have freaking all these apps. If they really want to play a game, most of the games they want to play is either free to play or some game on their phone that they can play. They're not begging to play a console. The only reason they'll play a console, they see dad playing with the console. So the next generation don't care, and the generation is still supposed to be keeping them alive, which is us, the adults. We're getting disenfranchised because they're outpricing all of us. And for what? For greed. Nintendo has no excuse for what they're doing. They keep using this shit with the tariffs. Like it's the fucking boogeyman or something. Like it's the IRS fucking taxing the fuck out of it. Just, the tariffs haven't even, most of the countries they keep bitching about, they haven't even hit them yet. These freaking tariffs. Like Japan was supposed to get tariffed a whole bunch of amount and they negotiated it down. Like the fact of the matter is, don't believe the bullshit with the tariffs. And even if they, most of it is just them using that as an excuse to raise their prices freaking tenfold. And even if they freaking, it was really the tariffs, how is that our problem? How many years we've been told that Sony and freaking Xbox and I think even Nintendo to a degree would sell their consoles at a loss, and they wouldn't make a profit on the consoles for like the first year or two, because they'll sell it on a loss on purpose just to get the console in your freaking homes, because they make the most money out of the first party and even third party games. So how the hell is this our problem? The tariffing us, how is that our problem? The whole pass the bill thing is like, how about you just take the fucking loss on the fucking chin with your sorry asses? Because we're a publicly traded company. Oh, that's not our problem. Trying to pass the buck on to us like your landlord to fucking make some excuse about, oh, they're raising the property taxes or they're raising the bill, so I'm gonna have to charge you an extra $200 for rent. It's like, motherfucker, that sounds like a personal problem. That ain't my problem. Shit, you can get me this year, but you're not gonna get me next year when I move the fuck out. Gonna just raise the price because you fucking feel like it and use tariffs as an excuse. Well, you're a fucking billion to $1 trillion company. You could take a few fucking bullets. You could take a few million loss. Why? Because your stockholders are gonna bitch? Fuck them. You know? If you're the CEO of the company, you're already a fucking millionaire, maybe even a billionaire. The hell does it matter if the stocks fucking go down one day or the stockholders are not happy? Fuck them. Why the fuck do all these publicly traded companies have to bow down and bend over and pull their pants down and make them go buck wild in the pee now and them for the fucking stockholders? You see WWE doing the same thing. All these companies, these greedy ass companies, the billion-dollar companies, that they still just freaking bending over at the knee, bending down, let them get all up in their ass. Don't even use lube. Just make them go. Just be bowing down to them like they're a fucking dictator they have to bow down to. Like you're the freaking Middle East or North Korea. Or this is your fucking, you have to, you don't get 30 years in prison. You even fucking say something wrong about them. What the hell is all this greed for? They're pricing out everyone. They're pricing out you and me. They're pricing out the whole gaming, the whole fans of gaming. They're pricing all of us out. Because I'm satisfied with my Switch 1. Why am I gonna get the Switch 2 so I could also have, just like with the PlayStation, the Xbox, where they're physical games and not even physical, they're just digital downloads. They're just digital codes to download into your system. Now Nintendo joined the bandwagon too. Like, that was the one thing that separated you from the other two. Now you're just becoming the same. You're the only one to have free online that separated you. Now you're the same. Like, what's the point of all this shit? And where's the end game? You know, because greed never ends. Greed is like a black hole. The same thing with gluttony. It's never enough. If you don't control yourself, it's never enough. If I don't control myself, I'll eat a fucking cake and then an ice cream and then a cake after that and get a fucking sugar or heart attack and fucking drop on the floor if I don't control myself. And the greed is the same fucking way. If you don't control it, whether you're a company, organization, a person, whatever the fuck, you're gonna fucking go down a very fucking deep fucking rabbit hole that you're not gonna be able to get yourself out of, fucking greeting yourself to death. Overpricing the fucking games and using tariffs as an excuse to raise the old consoles. Every other console that ever came on in the history of our lives fucking went down in price. This one's going up and up. Hey, you know that console that's been around for 5 years has been one price, instead of going down, it's gonna go up. Now, how the fuck is that supposed to? Oh, because the tariffs. What the hell you think we're all gonna sit here like, oh, wait a minute, tariffs? You poor $1 to billion company. They tariffed you. That's so terrible. Let me go buy your console for fucking $150 to $200 more than what it was before. Poor $1 trillion company. Fuck off. Play your back catalog or go on the PC gaming. Get yourself a Steam Deck, get a PC. At least you know when you buy games on a freaking Steam store or whatever, those games aren't going away. It's not like for freaking PlayStation and Nintendo where you're not sure of the next console. They're just going to get rid of the online store from the previous console and then now you're fucked. At least with Steam, you know everything's going to stay there. And this is why I'm going to finally go into PC gaming. I have the Steam Deck already. If they come up with a home console, Valve or some shit, whatever, I'll freaking get it too. I'm done with Sony, I'm done with Microsoft, I'm done with Nintendo. I don't think I'm getting a PS6. I don't think I'm ever gonna get the Switch 2. It's just not necessary. I could emulate games for the rest of my life. And if I really wanna play a game from today's era, I have the Steam Deck. And I just bought myself, I had my Steam Deck for about a year and I've been using exclusively for emulators. I just bought the new Digimon game, Digimon freaking Time Stranger, I think it's called. I played the demo and I bought it. I bought Pac-Man World 2 from there too, the one that's coming out. And Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection, because at least their online is free, unlike the other the home console fucks. So I recommend y'all do the same. Mario Kart World sucks anyway. Donkey Kong Bonanza's not even that fucking good. And they're trying to DLC you to death. And then look what they're doing with Pokemon, which that's my next video. So anyway, video games have now become a luxury business. You have to spend $700 to $800. And you have to spend $80 to $90 to $100 on video games. I can't wait till the freaking Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out and it's fucking $150 to $200. I can't wait. Or I can't wait for them to have DLC day one like fucking Pokemon is. Unfreaking believable, man. But if this is the way the game industry wants to be, they want to outprice us, cool. I guess video gaming is going to become a luxury business now. And all the Nintendo diehards that want to keep supporting them like they're your fucking daddy or some shit that fucking was gone for 18 years of your life. They show up when you're 26 years old and you love them like this if they never left. That's your problem. This is the Attack Emotions Back to the Fence. Mom, I'm out. Peace.